Hello everyone. So today I bring you another computer program skill, and then that's none other than Excel. Today I'm going to be telling you about Excel, especially Excel terminologies. You're going to see all the words used while using Excel, and you're going to know where are they used and how and why. So without waste of time, let me take you straight to what I prepared for you. Here we go. So we're going to have Excel terminologies with me, and that's my name down there. To begin with, we shall start with a spreadsheet. While you're going to work with Excel, you're going to work with spreadsheets throughout. Spreadsheets are those grid-like boxes. You'll see them, I'll show you. So a spreadsheet is a grid that organizes data in rows and columns. So let me show you what this is. Call this Excel. So like I told you, it's a grid. A grid is like lines going through each other in box forms. So this is an Excel sheet, and rows and columns. You can see these are columns, and then these are rows. So that's what we call a spreadsheet. Back to our terminologies. And then here we have spreadsheet software. Spreadsheet software is the software that contains the spreadsheets. It's the one that you install on your PC in a software suite. So spreadsheet software refers to application software packages that are used for calculations, including the creation of graphs. Examples of this spreadsheet software. Most of us are well versed with Microsoft Excel, but some other computers you can install Lotus 1, 2, 3. We have Kspread, we have Apple Numbers, we have OpenOffice, Org, Calc, and then Kingsoft spreadsheets, Quattro Pro, Ability spreadsheets, etc. There are so many of them that you can find on different computers, but they all do one thing. They are used for calculations, including creation of graphs. Let me try to show you on this spreadsheet a simple calculation. So 2 plus 2, enter. Sorry. So you see, calculations, it will not work out when you just come and say 4 plus 4 and you think it will work out. It will leave it the way it is. You have to include an equal sign. This tells it that I'm calculating. And when you do enter, it will give you the result. So that's a simple form of a calculation, just to show you this use of a spreadsheet for calculations. Also, we have graphs. You can also include graphs here. So they are here, just in case you want to include a graph, anything like this. Well, we don't have information on our spreadsheet, so I can't include a graph, but I just want to show you the presence of the option for graphs here. Okay, we've got another terminology. We have what we call manual spreadsheets and electronic spreadsheets. Manual spreadsheets are these tables you draw manually with your pen or a pencil and a paper. And then the electronic ones is the Excel I've been showing you. This is an electronic one. Then the ones you draw with a pen and a pencil on your paper, it is what we call manual spreadsheet. And then we have budgeting and statements, tabulation, financial analysis. These are all applications of spreadsheet where you can use budgeting and statements when you're making your budgets, allocating funds to certain activities. Something like tabulation, drawing tables so that you can have organized form of work. And also financial analysis. This financial analysis is to do with calculation of money. So spreadsheet is a better storage form for this. And then we have timesheets, chart creation. I've showed you where the graphs are. There are also charts there, making lists of maybe classroom pupils. You can make lists of your friends. Depending on whatever you want, you can use it for a list. You can use them to create charts. You can use them to make timesheets. So we have saving. These are features of a spreadsheet. So we have saving, columns and rows, autocomplete feature. There are so many, but let me show you one by one. Saving enables a user to create a file for the workbook in a directory on a disk. So we all know when you're using a PC, you always have to save your work. When you open your spreadsheet, once you start entering information, at least after 45 minutes, make sure you save your work so that it is somewhere found on the disk in case you want to access it. Then you have columns and rows. I just showed you what columns are. Columns are these ones, and then the rows are these ones. We have autocomplete feature. The autocomplete feature can speed up data entry, especially if you have to enter a particular word or phrase repeatedly. I will show you this. Assuming I'm writing Esther here, and then I write John, and I write Esther again. It auto-completes for you, just in case you want to retype Esther again. You won't have you won't have to retype it because it can auto-complete for you. So in case I want to type Esther again, I'll just do enter, and then it will auto-complete. That's some nice advantage because it saves time. And then we have formulas and functions. This is the main part of it. We looked at the first application somewhere here as tabulation, financial analysis, and also budgeting statements. Also in its definition, we saw a spreadsheet software is used for calculations, including creation of graphs. So when we come to features of a spreadsheet and we see formulas parts, these are to do with calculations, and also functions are to do with calculations. So formulas literally are always just entered in. This is the one you just type and let me show you. This is what I've been telling you, like equals maybe 4 shift plus 5 enter. This is just a formula just entering, especially if you're doing let me say this cell has 48, and then this cell has 90. So here I will say equals this shift plus this. That's a formula. A formula is just entered, it's not found inside. And then the next one is a function. Functions are found within the spreadsheet. I'll give an example, like when you say equals and then you type sum, you're looking for a formula that starts with this. Let me say sum. You see sum is found here. And then which other? Average. There are so many functions. Functions are the ones found within the spreadsheet. You don't type them. So that's what we call function. And we go to the next thing. Here they give an example of a1 plus b1. We saw it in the calculation I've just done. These ones are not found within the computer. You have to type them. Then for function, like I said, sum, average, max, there is a mean, there is rank, there is lookup, there is if. These are all functions. And then we go to the next, cell references and addresses. You can refer to a cell by using the column letter and row number. For example, D8. Let me show you this example. So if you're in this cell and you want to tell someone the cell you're in, this, according to the row, it is row number 4, but according to the column it is F. And so when F comes here and then 4 comes here, it will become F4. So if I type something here, the spreadsheet will tell me I'm in cell F4. Or even when I don't type anything, once I just click anywhere, the cell will tell me where I am. You see here, before. So that's what we call cell reference or address. Then here, a circular reference. A circular reference occurs when a formula refers back to its own cell, either directly or indirectly. For example, inserting a formula A2 plus A3 in cell A2 creates a circular reference. Let's try this. This is B2 plus, let me put here 57, sorry, I'll put here 85. So we are going to do, this is A2 plus A3 in cell A2. So here is B2 equals, so this is 84. So this is going to be equals B2 plus B3 and 79. So when you click here, it's going to give you B4. So this is creating a circular reference. And then okay, so still about the circular reference, you can also equals, this is B3, you're going to add it with B4, which was the first sum we got. You're going to see what the computer tells us. So we shall say equals B3, where we are, plus B4, 4, and then we enter. You see, because of the circular reference, it even gives us a 0 because it is identifying it as a circular reference, but I want somewhere you'll get a pop-up. Let me put another example here, 34, put here 25, then come to equals E2 plus E3 plus E3, enter. Still gives us a 0. This is all because of circular referencing in its own cell. So that's what you call circular referencing. We'll go to the next. Here, when you're working with spreadsheets, when you open a spreadsheet application such as a Microsoft Excel 2013, you see some common elements as labeled below. So let's label our spreadsheet. What do we start with? This is a name box, this is an insert icon box, dialog box, we have ribbon, tabs, ribbon, we have formula bar. So you're going to see it on our Excel. So I'll delete this. So home. So this is a name box. This is where I have clicked right now, is what we call a cell. This is where we put the sheet names. I'll show you how to name a sheet name. You can name it Esther. You right click on the word sheet and then you see the option for rename. So this is Esther. Okay, so let's see something else that we need to know and name our sheet. We need to know the row numbers, we need to know the sheet tab. The sheet tab is where you label where there is sheet 1 and you can change it to another name, like I've changed it to Esther. And then this is add new sheet. We have the status bar, we have the zoom. Okay, so let's go back and see it on a clear place. So this is the sheet tab, where you, this whole thing, when you add sheets like sheet 2, sheet 3, this whole line here is the sheet tab. And then these are the cells I told you. These are the row numbers. The rows are given names by numbers. You see them in row number 1, row number 2, row number 3. And then the columns are given names with letters. So I'm in column A, column B. So when I tell you to go to highlight A, I don't expect you to come and do this because this is a number for a row. I expect you to come to A and highlight it like that. So when I tell you in letters, just now I'm telling you about a column. When I tell you in numbers, I'm telling you about rows. And when I tell you in letters and numbers, I'm telling you about cell, because cells are named according to number and letters together. Like this is E6, this is H10, like that. So let's go back. What else do we need to know? We need to know the zoom slider here when you want to increase and see clearly, for those who have short sight or long sight or any eye defect and you want to see either small or you can't see the big letters and you see small ones, or you can't see the small ones and you see the big ones. There is zoom here. You can zoom to any percentage. And then we have the status bar. So this is what we call the status bar here. And then what else? These are the column letters. Like I told you, columns are called letters. This is the formula bar, ribbon. Okay, let's go back and see this. So this is the formula bar. When you're writing any formula, it's going to appear there, where there is maybe D4 plus maybe WE. It's going to appear here. This is the formula. If it's a function, it will also appear here. And then what you're seeing here is the ribbon. This is a ribbon. And then we have the ribbon tabs, quick access toolbar. Okay, we should go back and see this. Take note, this is the quick access toolbar. This is the ribbon tab. Okay, these are the ribbon tabs. Then this is the ribbon. You have to differentiate them. This is the quick access bar, the whole of this. these are the ribbon tabs. When I tell you go to tab insert, go to tab page layout, these are the different tabs. So this is the ribbon tab, and then these are the ribbon. This is the ribbon. Yeah. So I guess that's all about the parts of a spreadsheet. We're fit to continue. So an active cell, an add sheet icon, these are the ones I've been showing you. An active cell is the cell you've clicked in, so it always shows a green boundary like this, or like this. You see that? So we have the status bar. These are the parts I've been showing you. An active cell is the one you're actively in at that particular time. We have an add sheet icon. Clicking on an add sheet icon next to the sheet tab at the bottom of the screen adds another worksheet. So I've showed you how to add worksheets here, like this, and another sheet will add in. And then we have cells are those boxes you've been seeing, and then column letters, I showed you this. The letters up there are the ones for columns. I showed you the formula bar. This is where the formula that you're typing appears. The name box is where the name of the cell you're in appears, like F4, A1, B2. The quick access toolbar is like this one here, and I showed you. And then we have the ribbon. The ribbon is this, where you have the clipboard, the font. All this is a ribbon here. We have the file tab. We have row numbers. I showed you the zoom slider, how to increase size of the cells so that you can see them. I showed you the sheet tabs. These are like sheet 1, sheet 2, the status bar. The status bar is below the sheet tabs. Allow me rush through this. So you have selecting cells. How to select a single cell, you simply click on it. And how to select a range of cells or a large range of cells, or all cells on a worksheet. Let me show you. This is selecting a single cell. Then this is selecting a big range of cells. Sorry. And then when you want to select all of them, it's simply Ctrl A and they'll all be selected. You can always do that keyboard shortcut if you want to select all of them, Ctrl A, especially if you're applying a certain change to all cells. And then we have non-adjustment cell or cell ranges. Select the first cell or range of cells and then hold down Control when you are selecting the other cells or ranges. So let me show you. Non-adjacent, take note of that. So if I select this column, this one is used especially when you're doing graphs or charts, but I don't want to select B, I want to select G. You see that? You select A like this and hold down the Control button, select G, then don't remove the hand, select until all the ones you want selected are down. That's what we call selecting non-adjacent cells, or columns or rows, and it can work for all. And then the entire row or column, just simple, just come here until you find this black arrow, like that. When it appears, you do that, you click on it. Same thing for columns, like that. So adjacent rows or columns. Here you just have to drag like this, and the 3 be selected. The same thing for columns. You look for this plus sign in the corner, and they'll all be selected. And then the first or last cell on the worksheet in Microsoft Office table. Here I told you, let me show you here. I want to go to the last cell on the worksheet. You press Ctrl plus the word end. Sorry, let me make it a little big. So what we're saying is press Ctrl Home to select the first or first cell on the worksheet in Excel list, or press Ctrl N to select the last cell. Okay, so for my worksheet does not have content, but if you have drawn your big table and it's too long that it covers up to something like row number 100, and you want to go to the last cell, you hold down Ctrl and then tap end. The same thing for home, it will take you to the first cell, and then else we have here cells to the beginning of the worksheet. Select the first cell, then press Ctrl Shift Home. That's if you have content on your worksheet to work. Then you can use cut and copy. This is copying data between worksheets. Assuming I have this here. So I just simply highlight this row. Ctrl X is for cutting. Come to sheet 4, click here and paste. Ctrl V, it will all appear here. So when you go back to sheet 1, which is Esther, it won't be here, but it will be found in sheet 4. So for copying, you don't have to cut. Most people forget and cut. You Ctrl C and then maybe go to sheet 5 and paste somewhere like here. So the same thing is here and the same thing is on sheet 4. So we call copying. And then that's copying and cutting. These are some of the keyboard shortcuts. Ctrl X is for cut, Ctrl C is for copy, Ctrl V is for paste. This is demonstrating what I've just done. And then filling data, autofill. I put my 30, let me say 50 here. You come at the right bottom of the cell, drag down. That's what we call autofill. And then fill in a series of numbers, dates, and this is just typing in. Fill in a series of numbers, dates, patterns, days and months. This is typing in. If you're filling in dates, they'll have a format where I use stroke or the hyphen or the commas for dates. And then this is showing an example of filling in. You write numbers, these are letters, okay, these are words, this is date, this is a month, books sold. So you see that by default on an Excel sheet, numbers go to the right of the cell, like here, and then letters, text goes to the left. That's why you see it starts from here. So we have what we call freezing pens. How to freeze pens? Would I have some work here? You come to view, and then you can choose to freeze pens. You can either freeze the top row, or you can freeze the first column, like that. So that's how we find freezing pens. We're done with functions. We've looked at formula. We've not seen types of cell referencing. We have this application types of cell referencing. We have let me show you something here. Mixed cell referencing, types of cell referencing. We have relative, absolute, and mixed cell referencing. Let's see what they mean. Is when you either have when you either an absolute column and relative row. This is a $sign, C and 1. This one is for the row, C is for the column. So here it means the column is absolute and the row is relative. And then we see this is an example still of mixed cell referencing. And then application. We go to mixed cell reference is when you have either an absolute column and relative row. Here, this is mixed. We've seen that already. This is an example of mixed cell referencing, because you can see it here. We've looked at formulae already. We've seen functions. Still we're done with functions. These are other examples of functions. Like I told you, just have to say equals and type the function you're looking for. If you're looking for average, type in average. Other common functions, we have lookup. Lookup is divided into two. We have the H lookup, and then we have the V lookup. We have frequency. This is variation. So these are errors, but this shall be in our next video. So that's for today. Mainly we've ended with functions and reducing them. Thank you for viewing my video. Make sure you review in case you want to learn something, or in case there is a terminology you want to know about. Make sure you review and then learn it. So don't forget to watch this video and share it to the rest of your friends so they can get the idea, and then don't forget to share the link so that all can subscribe. So that's all for today, and we'll meet next time.